Have you ever thought about how just one single word can unlock centuries of history? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the word folksy and see how it reveals the deep, shared, and honestly pretty surprising history between Zen and Nichiren Buddhism. So it all kicks off with this question. Picture this. A Zen practitioner turns to you and describes Nichiren Buddhism as folksy. How do you even take that? The word just kind of hangs in the air, right? Is it a compliment? Is it a subtle dig? Or is there something else going on entirely? And, this word, it really splits in two, doesn't it? On the one hand, folksy can feel like a real put down. It might imply something's a little unrefined, maybe too sentimental, or even just for show. But then, on the other hand, it could be a genuine compliment. It could mean something is warm, accessible, and speaks directly to the heart. It's that tension, right there, that makes this whole thing so fascinating. Okay, so to really get what's going on here, we have to treat this like a bit of a quest. We're going to dig into the history behind this one kind of uncomfortable word. We need to find out where these two traditions even came from, and why this one word can describe one of them so perfectly, for better or for worse. And you know what? That quest, it takes us way back in time. Back to the place where both Zen and Nichiren started, their shared root. And that root has a name, Tendai Buddhism. This, right here, is where our story really gets going. So let's get our bearings on the timeline. It all kicks off way back in 6th century China with a brilliant master named Zhiyi. He founded a school called Tiantai, which, by the way, is what they call Tendai in Japan. Then, boom, fast forward a few centuries to 13th century Japan. Two absolute giants emerged from this very same tradition. Dōgen, the founder of Soto Zen, and Nichiren, who built his entire teaching on the Lotus Sutra, the very heart of Tendai. So what exactly was this Tendai thing? Well, the best way to think about it is like a huge, all-encompassing philosophical ecosystem. It wasn't just one narrow path, not at all. It was designed to hold everything. Zhi masterfully wove together super deep philosophy with everyday practice, creating a system that was both incredibly smart and totally accessible, with the Lotus Sutra at its core. And this quote from Zhiyi himself, it just nails it. All phenomena are expressions of the middle way. What's that really mean? Basically, nothing gets left out, not a single thing. Everything you see, everything you feel, it's all part of the ultimate reality. It's this wild, radically inclusive vision where there's no separation between the sacred and the everyday. All right, so you have this one massive, all-inclusive system, and from it, two totally different paths shoot off. It's fascinating, really. Our two teachers, Dōgen and Nichiren, they both looked at Tendai and pulled out its essence, but in completely opposite ways. One found it in silence, and the other found it in song. And you can really see the split right here. You've got Dōgen Zen on one side. The core practice is shikan taza, or just sitting. It's an expression of pure silence, usually done inside the quiet walls of a monastery. And then you have Nichiren, the practice, chanting Namu Maya Horengekyo, a practice of pure sound, pure voice, designed for the noisy marketplace, for everybody. So Dogen's path, it was all about going inward, deeply, deeply inward. This quote says it all, right? The journey in Zen is all about this profound personal realization. It's about stripping everything away in silence until you get to the very core of who you are. And then you even let go of that. But Nichiren? He looked at the exact same source material and went in the complete opposite direction. He looked around, saw a world that was just in chaos, and thought, the teachings have to be for now, for everyone. So instead of quiet introspection, he gave people a powerful tool, the sound of the chant, so they could connect with their own enlightened nature, right here, right now. Okay, so now that we have all that history under our belts, let's go back. Back to that first word that started this whole thing, folksy. With all this new context, what does it really mean now? And get this quote from Nichiren. It is just, wow. He didn't think of his teaching as some dusty old book you had to study for years. No, he called it a necklace. Just think about that for a second. It's not a heavy burden. It's an intimate piece of jewelry, something beautiful, personal, that could be worn by anyone, especially people who didn't have fancy educations. It's the teaching made real, made tangible. And right there, that's the big aha moment, isn't it? Suddenly, folksy gets a whole new meaning. It's not about being unrefined, it's about being embodied. It's not sentimental, it's accessible. It's a teaching that isn't locked away in some monastery. It's alive, being sung on the lips of fishermen and mothers and merchants out in the real world. It's Buddhism for the folk. So we have these two paths, right? Silence and song. They seem like total opposites. So how do we make sense of them together? Well, the answer, funnily enough, comes from their shared ancestor, the guy who started it all, Zhiyi. See, Zhiyi taught that a complete practice needs two key things. First, stopping. That's just calming and stilling the mind. And second, seeing. That's getting insight into how things really are. And they're not opposites. He had this beautiful metaphor. He said they're like the two wings of a bird. You neglect one, and you're just not going anywhere. You can't fly. And there it is. That's the final piece of the puzzle. Zen, with its quiet practice of just sitting, is the perfection of stopping. It stills the mind like nothing else. And Nichiren, with its powerful, vibrant chant, is the perfection of seeing. It animates the voice to express the ultimate truth. They're not rivals. They are the two complementary wings that allow the bird of the Dharma to soar. So that's where we land. We started with this word, folksy, and it felt, I don't know, like a potential insult, right? Like something wasn't quite sophisticated enough. But maybe we've had it completely backwards this whole time. What if the truest sophistication isn't something complicated and locked away? What if it's a wisdom so profound, so powerful, that it's simple enough for the entire world to hold?